What's up, Grinders? This is the Country CEO back again with another video. A few days ago, one of my subscribers asked a question about automatic transmissions as opposed to standard transmissions in dump trucks. And, what were my thoughts concerning that and what have you. And so I just thought I'd put it out there in the form of a video because I believe this is a very good question that can help many of you who are ready to or praying or what have you to make that next step into the dump truck business to weigh these options. This is a good option to weigh, right? Because for the longest, I can remember, automatics weren't a thing at all in our area. There was nobody trying to get an automatic transmission dump truck, but several years ago, one or two guys, I guess, got them, and then next thing you know, it became a thing. So it is a thing now in our particular area to have an automatic dump truck. I know a lot of guys that don't have them. That seems to be their talk, their desire. All right, to do that. All right, so I've had this truck. It's an automatic for about a year, so I guess I got a little experience and I can share what are my thoughts on automatic versus standard transmission for a dump truck, right? All right, so for 19 years, I drove basically standards. All my trucks were standard transmission trucks, basically Eaton Fuller ALL transmission, 8-speed, 8LL, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, flip the switch, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you can go lower, double low for your off-road needs. All right, and so I did that for 19 years. Last 3 years before I bought the automatic, have been hearing all these good things. Good friend of mine bought it and just really rant and raved about how nice it was, how Cadillac it was, how, he was less tired at the end of the day. And I was like, okay, cool. And so finally, after 19 years, on last year in June, I did buy an automatic, right? So I bought an automatic. It's an Allison transmission in a Mack truck. All right, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mack is making their own automatics now as well, but this one has a Eaton Fuller automatic in it. I'm sorry, it has an Allison in it. Okay. All right, and so let's talk about this thing. I'm just gonna share a few things with you in this video. The debate or concept or thought of automatic transmission versus standard transmission in a dump truck. All right, let's get into it. Before we do though, subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the comment, share this video with a friend or anybody that you feel that can benefit from this information, right? All right, so bought an automatic last year and fell in love with it, enjoyed how it drove and made me feel, right? So because of that, I'm going to give you a few things that I instantly, especially after a year and something now, can tell you about these automatics. Very efficient on jobs. Very efficient. What I mean by that, because it's an automatic and not all the shifting, it just seemed that I was able to just go in and out on jobs, in and out of traffic, back and forth with no problem. It just was efficient, no tacking up, boom, shifting out, tacking up, shifting out, down shifting when you got it down. None of that. Just simply steering wheel and getting at it, man. And so I rate it as being very high on efficiency and proficiency, being able to go in and out of jobs, back and forth on jobs, from the material yards to job sites. Man, that thing is proficient and efficient, okay? All right, next thing was quick takeoff, right? You had to stop light, get ready to take off. And, there are instances, if you're a truck driver, you already know, or if you're not a truck driver yet, and this is your aspiration, there are times you need to be able to take off quick at that light and get over because you're in the wrong lane, right? These trucks have a quick takeoff, man, even with the load. And I love that, being able to get that quick takeoff and then get over in the lane that I need to be so I don't get in a jam, right? And so again, that speaks to the efficiency of the automatic and what it allows you to be able to do. I mean, it really just feels like you are in a large car, right? That's trucking terminology as well, I know, A lot of the Peterbilt drivers say I'm in a large car, but I'm telling you, being in that automatic is just really like you in a large car with how that thing maneuvers and drives because you're not doing any kind of shipping. All right. I know the big question is going to be how is it off road, right? I think that's probably most people's going to be your biggest concern. Since it's automatic, how is it off road, right? Can I tell you, I have no problems off road. That thing got some grit and some power to it, man. And you do just like you would normally do in a standard. You you lock your rear ends in, you hit your double O, and then you pull through. That's all. I mean, I haven't broken anything. I haven't had anything. And I've had some heavy loads on me, 60, 70,000, 75,000 pounds in bad ground. And man, and then, wisdom always says if you're down too much, well, you shouldn't even be trying to pull out anyway. You get to let the dozer man push you out, keep you from tearing something up. But man, I have rooted through some ground with this automatic with no problem. So off-road abilities, don't even sweat it. It's got the torque and the grit, man, to run through some ground that's not all that good. All right. One of the pros I love about it, no clutch. You don't have to worry about changing out a clutch. Clutches go out in automatics. You got to drive a rider clutch and make a clutch go out faster than it should. Or some old craziness or tear a clutch up, right? Well, the automatic doesn't have a clutch that you got to worry about changing out at a certain interval or whatever, like you would a standard. It has clutches in the transmission, but you don't have to worry about a clutch that you got to change out because you take off at the red light one day and the clutch just went out in your truck, right? I've had that happen. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. All right, and then here's my hallelujah moment of what I'm championing that's worked for me. Less wear and tear on my body. My friend was correct, man. I find that I'm not as tired at the end of the day from all of that. Shifting with my right hand, clutching with my left. Shifting with my right hand, clutching with my left. All day long. Any truck driver knows that, man, if you're doing a lot of that will put some wear and tear on the body at the end of the day. But if you're just holding that steering wheel, and you ain't got to be working that left leg and that right hand, man, that's less wear and tear. And so I honestly can say that I'm not as tired when I come home in the evening. I get out of the truck, still got some energy left as opposed to being worn out like I used to be. Of course, I'm getting older, so this maybe not be true for everybody, right? I'm 47. Right, been in this since I was 27, so I can measure the difference. Of course, how I used to jump in and out at 27 and 37, and now being at 47. But it's what I need at this age that I am. It is good for me. I'm at an age where I'm trying to work smarter, not harder, and this automatic certainly fits the bill for my philosophy of working smarter, and not harder. All right, and so these are the pros and cons, or the thoughts that I have as it relates to an automatic, especially for someone that might have a concern about should I go automatic. It just doesn't seem like it ought to be a thing for dump trucks, but I'm here to tell you, you can't go wrong. You won't want anything else if you get that automatic, okay? All right, so this is the Country CEO sharing wisdom with you about automatic dump trucks versus standard dump trucks as it relates to the transmission. Of course, if you get a standard, I'm not sitting here to tell you. I'm not going to tell you it's a bad thing. If that's what floats your boat, you want to shift out and see the smoke come out the tailpipes. Because that was a thing when we were young in trucking. We want to be able to shift out and see the smoke out the tailpipes. But if you're not worried about all that and you just want a Cadillac around with that automatic, go for it. You won't regret it, okay? If you hadn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, share this video with somebody. Glad I could be of service once again with the game about getting started, going ahead, doing it in the dump truck business. And I've been saying to you all the while, if you want to shine, you sure enough got to do some grinding. Peace out.